This is the plaintiff, Kamaya Bell. She says she bought a car from the defendants, and when she looked at the car the first time, it had 144,000 miles on it. When she picked it up several days later, the odometer read 198,000 miles. When she complained, they lied to her and told her it always said 198,000, but she knows it didn't. The defendant's nothing more than a no-good liar. She wants her money back and is suing the Slick Willie used car salesman for $5,000, the amount she's owed. This is the defendant, Alec Reimer. He says the odometer was broken when she first looked at the car, and when it was repaired, according to the plaintiff, there were additional miles on it. She had every right then and there to back out of the deal and not purchase the car, but she bought it anyway. He has no idea what this woman's problem is other than having buyer's remorse, but he does know he doesn't owe her a penny. He's accused of faking it.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket, the plaintiff bought a car from the defendant and says that the odometer was turned back big time. But the defendant says when she first saw the car, the odometer was broken, and when they fixed it, it showed a higher number, and she had a right to cancel and didn't. It's the case of O-damn-dometer.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Kamaya Bell, you are suing BOP Incorporated, doing business as Rate 69 Auto Sales, represented here by Alec, is it Reimer?
Reimer, yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you're not the owner, right?
I am not.
Okay. You're suing them for $5,000 in, you say you're out actually more than that, in repair costs for a car, 2000 Nissan you bought from them that apparently needs a lot of repairs, and you feel that they cheated you. Tell me what happened.
My school, Manchester Community College, donated $1,000 to me within a grant so I can get a better car. I saw the 2000 Nissan Maxima advertised on cars.com. That same and the mileage was 144,000 miles. When I went there the same day, I test drove the car, and I noticed the gauge cluster wasn't working. So I told them, why isn't this working? They said, well, if you pay an additional $200, because the car was advertised for $3,000. So if you pay an additional $200, then we'll sell you the car for that amount.
Yeah, but if the gauge isn't working, how do you know how many miles the thing has?
It was advertised on cars.
Well, how do they know how many miles the thing has? Do you have the advertisement?
Yes.
May I see it?
Thank you. You're welcome.
Okay, can you show that to the defendant? Is this the advertisement you folks placed for the car?
It does appear to be the advertisement, Your Honor.
Okay.
What I can add to you is that internally, if a vehicle came onto the lot where for one reason or another the mileage was questioned or didn't know, there was a 144 number put in an internal paperwork.
No, don't put it in an external paperwork, because the rest of us mere mortals think 144,000 means 144,000. In any event, you get there and you see it, and then you see that you can't tell the mileage, and then you agree to pay $200 to fix the mileage.
Yes.
And then you do.
Yes.
And then when you're picking up the car, did you pay it in, how did you pay for the car?
So what I did was on July 1st, I put down $2,000. And because my school was donating money towards me to get the car, I didn't get the money until July 22nd. So that's when I gave them the money.
Okay.
So then.
When did you find out that the car had 190-something thousand?
The same day I picked it up, which was August.
Wait, when you say the same day you pick it up, you see that when you're at the lot, right? And you question them, what the heck, that's not what the advertisement said.
Actually, I didn't see it on the car. I saw it on the paperwork. So they have an odometer.
Right. So why didn't you reject the car at that point?
Because they said no refund.
But how are they going to not no refund if they abide by their contract? But if they're selling you something that isn't what their contract is, it's not you breaching it, it's them breaching it. I mean, I can't bait and switch you. I can't tell you, I'm going to sell you a pineapple, and then when you come and pay it, it's an apple. I can't do that. I mean, you're in college?
Yes.
You got to know that, I mean, if they sell you one thing and they're giving you another, you have an absolute right to back out then.
But they wouldn't refund me any money.
Of course they have to refund you, then you sue them. That's how it works. I mean, who are the people with you?
My parents.
Okay. Mom, come on up. Dad, come on up too. Okay. Did you know she was, how old are you?
21.
Did you know she was buying a car?
I knew she was buying a car.
Is it the first car she buys?
This is the second car.
Second
for
car
her.
she buys.
Yes.
Okay. And did she ever talk to you about the 199, 144 thing beforehand?
After.
Afterward. I'm having some difficulty with this because I can't believe that you would think for one moment that you were forced to buy the car even though they changed 50,000 miles worth of miles. According to you, who does she talk to about that?
It was brought up, I know, prior to the sale. And all I know is that at the time of the delivery, the cluster had been replaced. She had seen the vehicle. The paperwork was done. She came in, paid the balance, and signed the paperwork before me. Plates were put on the car, and she left with the vehicle that day.
On that day, that last contact that she had with the place was with you.
I
Right?
believe so. I believe so, Your Honor. I mean, she certainly signed the paperwork with me, and
Do you remember her being unhappy or complaining or saying you guys have tricked me or anything else like that?
no, ma'am.
So is this plaintiff out of luck? What do you think? Out of luck?
Yes, I think so, because she knew when she bought the car what the odometer said.
Eyes wide open.
Absolutely. She definitely knew what she was getting into.
Fair enough. Going inside the courtroom.
So you take the car and what happens?
The same day I took the car, my engine light came on.
Okay.
Until that.
Did you ever have the car seen by your own mechanic?
No.
Okay. So then what happens? So you drive the car off the lot.
So probably like a few days later or into like a week later, I noticed that my car is smoking. Then I take it to Hart Nissan, and they do a diagnostic, and they tell me that the car is over like $5,000 in damage.
Well, it's a 14-year-old car. It's not that it's $5,000 in damage. It's that they will charge you $5,000 to make it perfect. But you weren't buying a perfect car. You were buying a 14-year-old car. And so
Yeah.
what right do you have to insist on it being perfect?
I understand that. Okay, well, let me just backtrack a little bit. They took a long time to give you my car.
You mean when they were fixing the cluster?
They didn't fix. That's the only thing that they did fix. The only thing that they fixed was the cluster.
Right.
They first of all, they were being very disrespectful to me because they said that after I gave them the money, they said that the car would be ready in 2 days. I didn't get my car until 8 days later, but I had a grant.
So they had
from my
taken too
school.
long, but you still bought the car. And
Yes.
then, okay, so when you had these problems, did you ever take the car? Because you had a warranty with them, right? How long was you folks provided a warranty even though the car had 200,000 miles?
We did, Judge. And
Now,
she
by
never-
law, you don't have to do that.
We don't have to do that by
But you
law.
but the owner of this company does that anyway?
He tries to make a good rapport with his clientele. He's been in business now about 18 months
What was the
there.
warranty?
It was for 3,000 miles or 60 days.
All right. And so did you bring the car back to them in order for them to fix whatever you...
No, I did not.
Why not, though?
they
That's
were-
that's what the warranty means.
I understand that, but they were very disrespectful to me. I have to go to school. I have to go to work. I asked them, "Will you provide a rental for me, or like how long, or do they have one for me?"
Did you pay for such a thing? Do you have
No.
insurance that provides a rental when your car is, people have to pay for that?
I just wanted to know when I was gonna get my car back because they were being disrespectful to me for 8 days.
Here's what we've got, folks. It's very simple. You bought a used car, okay, with a warranty. And you have a right, even when you buy a used car, you have a right to rely on what they're telling you. So if they're telling you it's 144,000 miles, you have a right to rely on that. And when all of a sudden it's not, you have a right to back out. And if you're going to tell me, well, I didn't know my rights, ignorance of the law is no excuse for you. That doesn't matter. You would have been able to back out then without a doubt, but you didn't. And at that point, this 144, 198 thing is out the window because you have accepted it knowing it's 198. So you've lost that argument. Now what do we have? We have a used car that you bought that needs a bunch of work, like most 14-year-old cars that people buy, and you want them to pay for it. You have a warranty, so if something's gone wrong, you are supposed to abide by the warranty you have. And what it requires is you taking the car back there. And your answer to me is, I never took the car there because you felt disrespected because they took 8 days beforehand. You're making a lot of bad decisions. First of all, you're buying a used car without having anybody take a look at it that's on your side and your side only. Then you take the car anyway, even though you find out it has 50,000 more miles than what they advertised. Then, you choose not to take the car to them for repair when you have a warranty with them. What am I supposed to do? I mean, my hands are tied. I have no choice. I have to rule in favor of the defendants.
And so let's see what the plaintiff says about this. You heard the judge say that there's nothing she can do under the law to help you out under these circumstances.
Honestly, I'm disappointed. I'm kind of sad. I'm upset because morally, what the things that he did was wrong. But I guess I understand what she was saying.
Unfortunately, it's not moral court.
No, it's not.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, it's not.
But you did make some mistakes. What did you learn from your actions here?
I learned to put my feet down. Don't let anybody run over you, and just to be more blunt and more bold. Honestly.
All right. You buy a car, you get it inspected by a mechanic.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that next time.
Before you buy your next car, start there. Okay. All right. All right. Good luck to you. All right. Head right around the corner. Okay. All right. So come on in here. And so, did you have an idea how this case was going to come out?
I think the decision was appropriate. I feel for Ms. Bell, and I understand that when you buy a used car, it can be a hassle sometimes and can be difficult when repairs need to be made. But when you offer a customer a warranty and they don't avail themselves of it, I can't help her.
Okay. Harvey.
You know, just so you know, Kurt, you can demand a warranty even on a used car. There's no law that says you can't have a warranty on a used car. It's all about negotiation.